Sal, take me through the process that you take clients through when you're trying to not just like sell them a cybersecurity solution, but give them a total solution based on their risk profile.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think it does depend on the buyer and it depends on, quite frankly, their industry and what level of risk they're even allowed to have, as part of their risk tolerance. And so, for us, part of what we do is we start off almost every single engagement and relationship with, a pre-sale assessment, but that pre-sale assessment is really there to gauge their existing risk and the potential risk that Charles IT has to take on a client and where their current level of posture is today. So we'll typically go through that assessment, and that assessment, definitely based a bunch off of NIST CSF and setting like a baseline standardization and framework for any organization that comes on with us. But we generally have, and I guess in the way that we sell, it's like three different levels of like tools and solutions. So your standard like good, better, best type deal is how we operate. And it's like, good is like the gross negligence package. Like you got to have at least this at this point to even, have us even touch that. But typically then it's like you're figuring out if you're with some type of compliance requirement, whether it's CMMC or, FINRA or SOC 2 or anything like that, you're normally aligning to one of the higher levels of the packages that we provide. And it's purely based off of fact, where it's if you don't have these solutions in place, these policies in place, these procedures, like you will not be compliant with the framework that you're required to be compliant with. So again, a lot of this goes away from that fear-based approach, and it really goes into the potential opportunity cost that you might lose if you don't have some of these things in place. So that's really how we handle from a sales perspective.